Hello, dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Welcome back to the latest Benidorm's news update. Today we are once again in a lovely park in Benidorm town, situated right behind the hospital I'm at Levante and the football side where the Sundays and Wednesdays market is located more or less. That's the area so that you could situate yourselves. And also behind the Levante Club and the Hotel Melia. We're here to let you know all the latest news update from our lovely and sunny country of Spain. Today we will be giving you a full update on so many things that are happening and that are going on right now in October and November months. Then we will be speaking about a very important event. This is for all those who love typical Spanish food and rices, and it's going to be happening not only here in Benidorm but in Villajoyosa too. What is this event, how to go there, where it's going to be happening, and what are the costs? You'll get to know in today's video. And the last news will be about the strike that will affect Spanish truck drivers and maybe even bus drivers. What is going on and why some international press, international resident-oriented press here in Spain started to give echo about it, and is it possible that we will have a shortage of supply in food right before Christmas? And the last news, the last bit of today's news update will be about the weather forecast for our region and for Spain in general for the next week, because there's quite a lot of changes happening out here. Welcome to the latest news update. First of all, let's talk about the situation in tourism. As you all know, it is still quite busy. It was cloudy the past couple of days. The sun comes out, and then there are some clouds, then the sun comes back. So it's just like a typical usual weather here in the area. Now, quite a lot of sunshine and very nice to stay outside. It's midday, by the way, when we're filming this video. And as for right now, it is very busy in hotels. It is not 90% of occupancy any longer, but it is around 80 something, between 60 and 86, more or less, depending on the hotel. There are some hotels that are quite busy. They're almost full. There are hotels that are less busy, depending on the price range as well, and what are the preferences and locations of different hotels. But definitely quite a lot of people here of all ages, families as well, which is strange because it's a school year. But I suppose there's fiestas and holidays, maybe bank holidays or state holidays in some areas, and people just decide to get a short getaway to the sunny Benidorm town. There's going to be quite a lot of events this month. We have all of them here written down. So we have obviously from 1st of October up until 30th of May 2025. Something that is happening almost every single year, but it's getting more and more views now. It's attracting more and more people. Oh, there's an ambulance right here, by the way. I don't know why and what happened, but it is right here. Oh, it probably is going to the hospital, right? I forgot we have emergencies here at the hospital. So we have very important events, and this is a free of charge gatherings on 3 different parts of Benidorm equally: Levante Beach, Poniente Beach, and then by the Elche, by the park, the Dove Park on the Poniente Beach. And these are free of charge gatherings for all those who live in Benidorm and those who want to join it, because it's free of charge. You can write yourself down directly there or online. There is even a form on Visit Benidorm website. I'm going to put you here the pictures so that you know how this event looks like. And this is basically the aerobics, different types of movements and exercise. And it's great because it's a very nice alternative for those who are coming here, who are looking for something to do on the fresh air, for those who might not be able to spend a lot of money on the gym membership, for pensioners, for all those who love to be on the beach, be in a company of others, and do some nice exercise to stay fit, or at least for the health, you know. So this will be happening up until 30th of May, which is absolutely incredible. Then we have micro theater at the Hort del Colón, which is right next to Benidorm's municipal. It's called Mercado Municipal. It's in the center of Benidorm, in traditional city center. And this house, Hort del Colón, is where the Christmas house, like the Christmas reindeers and the Santa Claus usually is every single Christmas in December. There's going to be also the same museum that we were speaking about on the open air, which is El Prado on the streets, which have theatrical rehearsals and theatrical performances as well every single weekend in October. It is right on the Mediterranean Avenue. Then we have art exhibitions. We have Iberia Festival. We have Iberia Festival, which is today and tomorrow, by the way, so it's on this weekend. Probably you're not able to get any kind of tickets right now, maybe last minute something, but those who love these type of festivals, obviously they probably have purchased already tickets way in advance. Then we have art exhibitions. We have fiestas, which are called Fiestas del Roser. This is made in La Ermita, right behind this Cisne Flea and Antiques Market. These fiestas will be here all this weekend, today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And these fiestas are very nice. You have DJ music there, you have open bar with some snacks and foods. You have bouncing beds and like bouncing castles for children free of charge as well. There is it's just very nice. It's kind of a religious celebration, but at the same time, it is to gather people around and celebrate it. So all this weekend, right behind El Cisne Market, you will have it if you wish to take participation in it. Also, there's going to be mascaleta out there, which is great for all of those who love it. Definitely please assist with the bus number 10 from Benidorm, from Altea, or from Albir. Then we have games event, which is from 18th to 20th of October, right at the town hall square. We have shadow theaters and much more. So many events. If you're coming here right now, please go to the tourism office and ask for all this information. Write it down here, move backwards, write down all the information, look it up online on the maps, and you will definitely not miss some interesting events that will make your holiday even more full with attractions and with gatherings than it could have been, probably, if you wouldn't know that these holidays are on. The next news is about a whole entire tradition. Our region is famous for its rices. There is a Valencian paella, but in our region, in the province of Alicante, we prefer to call these rices. There's different types of them. There's with seafood. There is the vegetarian ones, just with veggies and rice. There's the ones with mixed with meat and fish, or meat and seafood, only fish. There are so many different ones made in the oven, made on the stove. It's incredible on how many varieties there are here to try out, even with lobster. And as usual, as every single year in October towards November months, we have traditional rice festivity. These are called Jornadas de Arroz. I'll put it for you here down below. And these are celebrated this year in Villajoyosa and Benidorm town. So if you will be here, if you love this type of food, definitely try it out. In Villajoyosa, attention, there's going to be 10 restaurants between 17th and 27th of October. And there's menus. So there's like specific menus. These restaurants, you can find it also on Visit Benidorm website. These restaurants, there is a whole list of them. I'll put some of them here on the screen. Menus are costing around, on average, 35 euros. This is going to like a higher point. Quite expensive, I must say. This is not like an offer. It's not something that is like a very good deal, but it's just a regular price on these types of menus with traditional rices of a region, because they have seafood, fish, meat, etc. So obviously it's slightly more expensive than just an average typical menu here in the area. But restaurants will be available for you in Benidorm from 25th to 3rd of November. Slightly later on, 23 whole restaurants will be participating in Benidorm Town, and here menus are slightly more affordable, from around 25 euros. That is the average, maybe between 20 and 30. That's like the average range. These are normal prices. These are average priced, nice menus with quality ingredients. And if some of these restaurants are by the beach as well, that is absolutely incredible. So if you enjoy typical Spanish food, if you want to try typical rices of our region, which is what this region is most famous for, you should definitely try this out if you will be here right now, October, beginning of November, on your holidays. The last news that I wanted to share with you all is about Spanish truck drivers. We in Spain, even slightly before pandemics, but then especially afterwards, people noticed that obviously quality of life matters, and working nonstop as horses, as animals, nonstop without being able to breathe, sometimes even paying with your health, it's not the best thing. Which is why after all this, people realized that a lot of people changed houses to have slightly more of the outdoor space, maybe open air terrace, etc. A lot of people purchased houses slightly outside just in case. People made changes in their life, not only physically but mentally as well, and geographically. Thus, since then, people are protesting more because they value their quality of life. And now, truck drivers and bus drivers are no exception. They are asking to improve their work conditions, and they're also asking to be able to retire earlier. You know that in Spain, maybe in other countries as well, let us know here on the channel, by the way, if it's exactly the same. But here we have a law that basically says that special professions, some specific professions, better to say, are able to retire earlier due to either because it's too dangerous, because this profession just gives you more health issues long time. For example, police officers, firefighters. There's some professions as well that you're able to retire earlier than a usual time, and you're receiving a full pension for it in any case. So, what is happening now is truck drivers, as well as cleaning ladies, for example, housekeeping, are asking to lower it for them as well, so that they would be able to retire fully earlier in the years, maybe 60 years, I don't know, more or less, or 50 something. And since government is not actually saying anything, they're not answering, the associations that are in charge of all the truck drivers, all the companies that are here in the area, they are going on strike. You have here the communication that they did with the dates, but basically this communication, what it says is that they're going on series of strikes from 28th of October, which is going to be the end of this month, to demand earlier retirement and better conditions. 28th of October, 11th, 28th, 29th of November, and then 5th and 9th of December. If by these dates, by the beginning of December, there's going to be no changes whatsoever, then from 23rd of December, which is basically pre-Christmas, they're going on the indefinite strike, which is one of the worst things that can happen on holiday season. Now the age is 67 for retirement out here, but they want to adjust it to dangerous categories, let's call it like this. All newspapers also say, and this is what I've read, and I do not agree personally with it. That's why you need to be careful when you read news. You do not have to believe everything that people say in the news. Because they were saying that in 2022 we had another strike and there was a shortage of supply in the supermarkets. Inflation went up due to all of this, that things went so wrong globally. It's not actually true, because we did not have shortage of supply in supermarkets. We were able to get food. Maybe there was a shortage of some kind of specific brand, or I don't know, or they limited some kind of purchase units slightly, but there was milk, there was food, veggies, meat, fruit, fish. There was everything in our region. Maybe others were slightly more affected, but here by the seashore, we've had everything. And the inflation in general went up due to the COVID, due to all the situation post pandemics. It went up. These issues with strikes, they were not causing all the inflation. So sometimes, you just need to be careful with what you read and what you believe on not only social media, but in general in the newspapers, because a lot of the times they'll tell you how bad it is when it's actually not the case, or when the main issue why it happened wasn't the strike of truck drivers. But we are always pro it. If people feel that they are having very bad work conditions, if government does not say anything and they don't improve these conditions, then people should go on strike, because that sometimes is the only way of improving the work conditions that a lot of people have here in the country of Spain. So if that's the only case, if that's the only way, people should do it, because everyone deserves to have a good work conditions. And now let's have a short walk down the park, and we'll let you know what the weather is going to be like for this next 7 to 10 days. Let's go. The weather is very nice today. You can see the sun is shining right there. There's a couple of clouds, but nothing major going on. Today it's sunny, but there's quite a lot of rain coming from southwest parts in Spain. It was supposed to rain this weekend, but I personally don't think it's going to be the case, which is great. However, on Tuesday, probably it will rain because it's going to be raining in the whole entire Spain. Maybe we'll be lucky, maybe not. We'll see. So far, rain is programmed for Tuesday, and then some sunshine plus clouds, something mixed, like a mixed weather throughout the rest of the days. However, the rest of Spain is going to be like that, full of rain, full of clouds. So we are definitely lucky with the climate that we have out here in the area. As for the temperatures, mornings and evenings, night times, it is quite chilly already. It's 13 degrees. That is incredible. The rest of the day on midday, it's 24, 27. It's going to be more or less the same. Going to stay the same. We won't have probably plus 30. Maybe we will, hopefully, but the usual temperatures that we might expect for these days will be around 25 to 28, maybe 29, especially towards the beginning of next week when in all other parts of Spain it will be raining. Here it's going to be plus 27. Probably that is because this is a hot air mass when the storms are in the other side. Here it's not going to be raining, but maybe it's going to be humid. Maybe this air mass will just stay here stuck, which is why the temperatures will be slightly higher. Thank you for accompanying us on today's latest Benidorm news update and Spain news update. We wish you an incredible day, great holidays if you are coming on once, and we will see you here on the channel with brand new video. We already have a lot of ideas that we need to film. We have silent walks coming up too of different parts, not only Benidorm but outside of it. So a lot of interesting content waiting for you. And we have a huge surprise, which we have already at home. We need to do a short course for it, but this is a surprise that you will definitely love, and I cannot wait to share it with you. Put your suggestions on what you think it might be. It is something we will use here on the channel that will change completely the perspective of our videos. We're looking forward to see your guesses here in the comment section. Bye, dears.